Hey everybody, Happy New Year's. Welcome to 2024. Today we're going to be making a pheasant terrine, so let's get right into it. A terrine consists of basic parts. We have the meat protein, which is going to be the majority of the content of this force meat. We have fat, we have a binder, and we have the seasonings. Also a garnish. Here you see I'm adding the binder to my 1 pound of pheasant. I'm adding salt, pepper, thyme, where we have garlic and shallot for the seasoning. My fat is going to be heavy cream, as you see here, and bacon that I'm going to use in the pan for the outside layer. My garnish inside of this terrine is going to be the pecan and the pink pepper berries. One of the most important steps of a terrine is to make sure that your seasoning is almost to the point of over seasoned when you are eating and tasting this terrine hot. What happens when it is tastes almost over seasoned or to that point, when you actually serve the terrine at room temperature or cold, all of the flavors are muted. They are not to the extent of what you get when you taste it at a hotter temperature. So if it tastes perfect when it's hot, it's most likely going to be bland when you serve it cold. So adjust that recipe accordingly. Taste it as many times as you need to. Here it only took me once, but now we're getting into the next step, layering my second layer of fat. And I guess bacon could also be considered the garnish as well, because it just makes that terrine look pretty when it's comes out and it's served on a platter. When you put your force meat into the pan, one of the tricks, you need to make sure everything is packed tightly. You want to make sure you get all the corners down, and one of the tricks I do, you'll see in a second, I tap the pan. It just helps set everything, and it just helps with a better finished product. So you want to wrap everything up, press it down, make sure it's tight. I always put it in a pan just to catch any of the extra grease. You don't want to start an oven fire. A lot of recipes call for terrine to be cooked in a bain-marie. I don't like doing that because it keeps my bacon a little bit too white. I like to have my bacon feel the heat so it gets just a little bit more color than just a plain stark white. I'm shooting for 150-degree internal temperature. It actually went faster than I thought, so my temperature when I pulled it out was about 162 degrees. Not bad, but that's at the top end of where it will be safe. If you cook it over 165, 170, what's going to happen is the egg and the cream acting as the binder will break down and it'll become grainy. It won't have that nice consistent look to it. It won't be a solid piece of meat when you actually slice it and serve it the next day. So it's important to pull it out at 150, 155. One of the other tricks here you'll see once I pull it out, as soon as it comes out, I like to put double the amount of the weight. This is a little over a 2 pound terrine, so I want to try and use about 4 pounds of weight. I will balance the weight, push it down. It helps push out any leftover air pockets and helps make the meat, the force meat, dense in its look. As you see it here, I take this whole setup and rig, I make a space in my refrigerator and set it up overnight. You never want to make terrine and serve it the same day. It's always best 12 to 24 hours later. It's just a better finished product. Here you see the bacon just has a little bit of color. It's not blonde white like it would be if it was in a bain-marie. That's my personal choice. I had to switch because now we're at work. I'm actually made this for a catering for a little party I had to do. We're setting it up and we're going to be serving it with an apple chutney, which is a sweet and savory kind of dish that goes back to the English style of food. I just like that with my terrines. Yeah, that's basically it. Terrine, you can use any flavor combination you want, whatever you like, prefer. There's no really set rhyme or reason. Yes, there are some classic recipes, but make it your own. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next one.